If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. On the Houston sideline, DeMeco Ryan. He has led the Texans to the AFC South title in each of his first 2 seasons at the helm. On the other side for the Rams, it's Sean McVay. This guy's come in off what he described as a strong week of practice. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go from Southern California. From the 6, here comes a return. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. It's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
The pass on 3rd down. Daniil Hunter on the stop. A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
So 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Here comes Smith on the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, #2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
Dell, the motion man. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
3rd and long. Man in motion, heading left. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Right back to Dell. He's got it again. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. So, Greg, here come the Rams, and for a minute there in the offseason, maybe this would have looked very differently, but Matthew Stafford is back. Sean McVay is here. And I don't know about you, but when I see those two together, I get worried if I'm on the other side of the field.
And I'll tell you what, you think back just a couple years ago, they swing for the fences, Mike. They do the blockbuster trade to get Stafford from Detroit to L.A. It leads to a Super Bowl and then some tough times. They kind of fell into a little bit of a ditch trying to rebuild that roster that they mortgaged the future on. And I think what really gets your attention the most, for as good as Cooper Kupp was, now he's gone, as good as Puka Nacua is, and the offense now going to run through him, it's that defense, Mike. I mean, these young defenders they have on that side of the ball, they're fast, they play physical. I think it's now turned into a little more of a defensive-led team, which is hard to believe when you're talking about an offense led by Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay.
Tackle made at his own 9-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second down, it's Stafford. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. Steve Avila, guilty that time. Third and long. Here's Stafford. That's taken in by Higbee. Set to go now on first and 10.
That's good for a Rams first down.
On the carry, it's Williams. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third and 12.
Throw it on third down, Stafford. Just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield, and now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here comes Smith on the return. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So here come the Texans, and Greg, this is a good run. Back-to-back division titles, back-to-back 10-7 seasons. Question now for this Texans franchise. What's the next step? How do they take the step to join the big teams in the AFC?
Well, I'm with you, and I think after the promise of 2 years ago in C.J. Stroud and that great rookie season, DeMeco Ryans' year 1 as a head coach, even though they won the division, Mike, there was a bit of a regression. I think anybody who watched them, anyone who studied, said this wasn't exactly the Texans, especially on the offensive side of the ball, that we saw in year past. So as that division continues to get better, they're not going to have the luxury of 6 games a year where they're the better roster. So they've got to improve. They've got a new-look offense with a new offensive coordinator. What impact does that have on the development of C.J. Stroud? As C.J. Stroud develops, as he goes, the rest of that locker room and team, they're going to go right alongside him.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2.
Brings up second down at the 40-yard line.
They will work the middle with Mixon. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field, and that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. That's on the veteran guard, Laken Tomlinson. Throwing on second down, Stroud. We'll set up the screen here with Dell.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. So, Greg, here come the Rams, and for a minute there in the offseason, maybe this would have looked very differently, but Matthew Stafford is back, Sean McVay is here, and I don't know about you, but when I see those two together, I get worried if I'm on the other side of the field.
And I'll tell you what, you think back just a couple years ago. They swing for the fences, Mike. They do the blockbuster trade to get Stafford from Detroit to L.A. It leads to a Super Bowl and then some tough times. They kind of fell into a little bit of a ditch trying to rebuild that roster that they mortgaged the future on. And I think what really gets your attention the most, for as good as Cooper Kupp was, now he's gone, as good as Puka Nacua is, and the offense now going to run through him, it's that defense, Mike. I mean, these young defenders they have on that side of the ball, they're fast, they play physical. I think it's now turned into a little more of a defensive-led team, which is hard to believe when you're talking about an offense led by Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay. We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Unloads downfield, looking for Nacua. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Dell, the motion man. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. Whoa! They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down, Texans.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Schultz, the motion man. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. He is met and dropped. Couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Trying the right side, taken in by Collins. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
A 52-yard
Bear Barron's kick is good. And the Texans will take a 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Stafford now. That's down the field for Higbee. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Coverage by Kalen Bullock.
Stafford now on 2nd down. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
The shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll let this one go long for Williams. He's got it! And they take him down. Big pickup through the air. But there is a flag on the field. Will this stand? long. Here's Stafford. He's going to look downfield once again. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Texans offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Dell, the motion man. They'll run on first down with Mixon.
Number 28, Joe Mixon, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of
From the 38 now, here's second and 6. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Here's third and 7. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll try to run for it. And he picks up the first down here. But hold on, will it stand? There's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's on the big man, Cam Robinson.
For the Texans.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Rams first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's another run here for Williams. Room to run inside the 40. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Texans who have the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. And the Texans are going to get the football at their own 40.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
The Texans offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try to knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a room, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafted at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule. And that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple of years. So as bad as things feel if you're Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
And Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of these teams at the bottom of the division last year, Jacksonville and Tennessee, they've got #1 overall picks as their quarterbacks. One who's been around for a bit in Trevor Lawrence and one who's recently been drafted in Cam Ward. They have to be #1 overall pick performers for these teams to come challenge at the top.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And with Trevor Lawrence, Mike, we've seen him play top-tier #1 overall, got a big new contract. I mean, we've seen him play franchise quarterback level ball. It just hasn't been frequent enough. And then, of course, in Tennessee with Cam Ward, we're not sure what it's going to look like, but we knew in college he was incredible. So if they get the Cam Ward we saw last year at Miami, if he brings that culture-changing presence on and off the field in that locker room to Tennessee, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jacksonville and Tennessee
in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Braden Fisk taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at fourth down as a result.
He overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. The Rams offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality, you just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. And I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6-11 at the bottom looking up, it's pretty remarkable. But to your point, Mike, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements, the way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tied. If you're good, we're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, we're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, you got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners, the Rams and Sean McVay, always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray, plus the physicality that Seattle has played with. You've got to have a lot of clubs in your bag to play defense in the NFC West.
Oh, absolutely. And just think even a couple years ago, it was even harder. And those teams were all competing for Super Bowls year in and year out. So it's a really good division. You have to be able to play really top-tier defense, to your point, because all 6 of those games, when you play all 3 of those division rivals, it feels different, it looks different, and if you're not good, they're going to score 30 on you. So it's a big challenge. It's not a division for the weak of heart, and it's going to be fun to follow along and see who comes out on top.
Stafford going to give it to Cora. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle.
A 2-yard gain.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now it's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Cora. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That's taken in, and it's Jarquez Hunter. He's going to be out of bounds, short of the marker, but maybe more importantly, there is a flag down. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Here's Ethan Evans now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. The Texans offense ready to see what they can do. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Running is Chubb. He'll get about 2. Tackle made by Nate Landman.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards.
2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8.
On play action. Stroud. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
3rd down.
Here's Stroud.
8 yards to go.
That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Throwing is Stroud. Oh, and Collins is wide open. He's got it. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play.
13 yards on the pickup.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
To the left side, caught by Schultz. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Houston.
Here's Stroud. This one is caught by Kirk. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down.
And the Texans, first down.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Complete to Nick Chubb. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Now Stroud. He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. To the pylon, he's in. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Houston. For the rookie Higgins, the second pick of the second round, he has his first NFL touchdown.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
So that challenge, a successful one. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal.
Second and goal.
They'll go play action with Stroud. This one is caught in the end zone for a touchdown for now. There's a penalty flag back in the backfield.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. From a little further back, here's second and goal. Stroud. He's got Dell for that one. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes third and goal. In motion now, it's Collins. From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And he'll take it on in. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Texans.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans are out to a 10-0 lead.
Rams, nothing.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Offense.
That's on the veteran Trent Brown. In motion now, it's Collins. Now, Stroud. There's that man again. Another catch.
Complete to number 3, Tank Dell. A 5-yard gain. Brings up second down.
A second down throw for Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Third down.
Dell, the motion man. On third down, here's a run by Mixon. And this sequence, not one to build on. He's going to lose yardage on the third down, and quickly it brings up fourth down.
3 plays and out. It's fourth down.
The Texans set to punt this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Rams offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3.
And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. Second down, it's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Right back to Williams. They connect again. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He's going to look deep for Adams. Oh, that was pinballing around, and it's hauled in. And he's going to have the Rams first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams are on the board. It's now 10-3.
Rams 3.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
Here's Traymon Smith on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So with it half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Texans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
On 2nd down, Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. Room to run, past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. And let's see what caused it.
Offense.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's up to the 20. And he's taken down up past the 35. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down for Houston.
1st down, Texans.
Some of y'all done lost your mind. Baby, let me see you pop that spine. I can see from the front and I knew at once I was gonna have to walk back by. From the spots, but I be on old net, but I pull up on my cousin on rainbow.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. He was trying to connect with his tight end, Dalton Schultz. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yards to go.
In motion now, it's Collins. To throw is Stroud. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. The Texans getting all set to punt as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Rams offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. The drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Going to lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Punt team headed out for the Rams.
In punt formation for the Rams.
This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. To the left side, and caught by Schultz. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
A gain of 12. First down, Houston.
On play action, Stroud. That one knocked away. And it's incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Stroud. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Incomplete. Okello Witherspoon on the coverage.
Stroud gonna set up to throw. Open man, that's Collins. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Punt team out, ready to send this one away.
For the Texans. The Rams take over.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again here with Williams. Oh, yeah. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. First down, L.A.
Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a run with Corum. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught by Puka. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. And he picks up the 1st down here. But hold on, will it stand? There's a flag on the field. The Rams punting unit coming out.
Formation for the Rams.
And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
In motion now, it's Collins. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again. They'll go right back to Mixon. Into the secondary, past the 15. Loose past the 35. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. It's a big-time run by Mixon. 61 yards.
And the Texans, 1st down.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. That is Quentin Lake there to make the play. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Chubb. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. In motion now, it's Collins. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This will be returned from the 6. Woo! The Rams offense ready to take over once again. They're in a 10-point hold. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with 1st down. They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. give, it's Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
22-yard line. Brings up second down.
Stafford now on second down. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
A gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On third down, here's Williams. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
Loss of a yard.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Evans in
Punt team out,
formation
ready
for the
to
Rams.
send this one away. Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
A second down throw for Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell.
Stroud's pass.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third
It's a
down.
gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Now, Stroud. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field. And that is in the area where usually someone was held. So it's fourth down. They'll call on the punt team.
For the Texans.
That is fielded at the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Rams offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the 37-yard line.
Back to throw is Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's good for a Rams first down.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Open man, that's Adams.
Stafford's pass.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Again, it's Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Stafford on target to Puka. And the Rams have a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. So, a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. The catch made by Nakua. He needed 13, and that's exactly what he got. By the nose of the football, it's a first down. They'll come up here, first and 10.
At the 20-yard line.
Here's Stafford. It's caught. It's the tight end, Higbee. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
Stafford to throw again. Right side, complete to Nakua. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing again is Stafford. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. They get the guard there, Kevin Dotson. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That is caught at the 3.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
Williams. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
A 20-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here's Smith to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding.
Offense.
Schultz, the motion man. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Intended for Christian Kirk. Incomplete. It's now second down and 20.
In motion now, it's Collins. Throwing on second down, Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Back to throw, Stroud. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. On fourth down, out comes the punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. A first down throw for Stafford. Oh, a loose football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Texans offense ready to get back at it. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. On first and 10, here's Stroud. A dive, but he let him too much. It's incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Kirk is the motion man. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Throwing is Stroud. This is on. He got the connection to Collins. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This gonna be returned from right around the goal line. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Rams offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Stafford. Our 1st down throw there is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Motion, motion, motion.
Now it's Stafford. A quick slant, and here's Adams. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Motion, 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 motion.
To the air again. Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Stafford now on 3rd down. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The returner will get away from it, and it's going to be marked down at the 15. D'Amico Ryan's there, the Texans' former linebacker, their current head coach. His guy is going to take over here once more, and they have done all you could ask for, closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Braden Fisk. He works his way in to record the second sack of his young career.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Stroud to throw. We'll set up the screen here with Dell. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
3 plays and out. It's fourth down.
Good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field.
At the 48-yard line.
Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Matthew Stafford,
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
to Puka Nacua. It's a turnover on downs.
Texans offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Now Mixon, and that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon, but he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up fourth down.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
We're about ready now for the punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Hauled in on the left by Nakua. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 14-yard line.
Stafford now on 2nd down. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Second down, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there.
Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Tyler Higbee was the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Stafford to throw it. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. Wow, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. He slams it in there, and he is in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans tack on one more to their lead.
27, Rams 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This returnable from the 4. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their Week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to Week 2.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster, and I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
Already know I got on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Freshest on the glow. Got trying to snatch out my soul.
D'Amico Ryans there, the Texans' former linebacker, their current head coach. His guy's going to take over here once more. And Greg, they have had their way right from the start in this season opener. You get that sometimes. You don't know what Week 1's going to bring, but this has got to be awfully satisfying.
Oh, there's no question. It gives such value to all the work that you did all offseason, all the way back at OTAs in the spring and then through the dog days of training camp. Everyone wants to start the season strong. You're 0-0. Everyone in the league has Super Bowl aspirations. Every fan base thinks it's their year. And then to come out and to deliver, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's really the ideal way to set up the rest of your season and try to stay on track.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd and a yard. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down. First and 10 now from the 36. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Chubb. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. So it's a win here for the Texans. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.